The Wood Shop is sponsored by ChefwareKits, with hundreds of items for wood turners. All right, welcome back. I'm going to turn a steering wheel today. It's a small one. It's going to be for the Wii, for that video game. I got online and started looking at designs and sizes, and my lathe will only do 12 inches, and about the standard size is about 15 inches, and so I decided to go with the small one. But it's basically the same principle. If you want to make one for a car, you just need to reinforce it with something like a steel frame, and you need to figure out how to do that. Before I get started though, two things I forgot on the follow-up video on Monday. The kiln, somebody asked me how it was doing. This is Madrone. I didn't seal the ends or anything. No cracks. I'm going to start weighing it. I'll weigh it once a day and see if it's dry. It feels good. I put about 8 pieces in there of different types of wood, and a couple of them cracked. They were thicker ones. I had an 8-inch piece of walnut, and it has a split on each end, and then I put in I think it's about a 6-inch piece of walnut, and it's doing fine. So I don't know whether I just didn't get the heart out. I haven't put any wet turning in it yet, so I haven't done any tests on that. And somebody else wanted to know how much it costs to run it for the month, and I'm not sure. Whatever it says on the package for a 100-watt light bulb, and I'm sure it's a couple of bucks or something maybe. Okay, and one other quick thing. I know I've mentioned Mike Waldt's channel before, but go check him out. If you're just starting out, beginner wood turner, he's doing a complete series. I think he's on 7 or 8, and he's going through each tool. He's taking his time, showing you different ways to use it, proper ways to use it. Just an incredible series he's doing. So go check out his channel. All right, let's get started on this thing. All right, I'm going to start out with an 1/16 piece of maple here, and I just drew a 12-inch circle on it, and I'm going to cut it out on the bandsaw. All right, I'm just going to take my parting tool and put a groove right here on the inside. That's where the center piece is going to go. So this thing is 2 pieces. All right, I cut another circle here, and this is going to be the center of the steering wheel, and it's going to go right in there. So I'm going to cut a tenon on this to receive this, and then finish it, and then we'll work on the inside. All right, I brought it down. Actually, this is going to be the face of it here, so it actually needs to, I didn't do it yet. It's actually going to come out out a little more. So after I get this finished off, I'll bring it down more so it comes through the front more. All right, so that looks good. I'm probably gonna bring this down a little bit, but the tenon here fits in the back there nicely, and then it sticks through. I'm not sure. I think maybe on the next one I might go the other way, have it have actually this side be the front and the tenon sit in here. I'm not sure what will look better though, but I think that's good, and then we'll cut out for the controller. All right, so basically the controller just looks like a T. It has a support that comes up here, it tees out, and then a spot for the controller, and then it's cut out here. But if you were doing a steering wheel, you can do whatever you want to it, and it'd actually be much easier than trying to insert the controller in there. All the ones I could find, they were just above center. And if that's going to show up, I'll put a little plug or a little dowel in there or something to make it look like the horn, I guess. But I'm just going to lay that out, and I'm going to use the indexer for it so I get everything lined up, and then we'll cut it out on the bandsaw and then glue it back in. I think it actually doing a big steering wheel, other than the supports, I think all steering wheels have steel frame inside of them, and I'm not sure how to do that, but they're pretty easy to do. I'm gonna go trace out for the controller and then figure out whether I need to adjust this one or not. All right, I just went ahead and rounded over where your hands would go, right there. Just locks together like that. Controller fits in there. Okay, I'm going to glue it together and then go ahead and put a finish on it. All right, there we go. I will put some pictures up at the end. There's a couple things right off the bat that I'm going to do different on the next one. I'm not going to cut the groove on the backside and then the tenon on this. I don't like the way the transition is there. I would rather have it fluid and blend right in. So I would cut it more like a dovetail, 2 angles, like a wedge shape. And then that way you could bring it in right about center there and then center on the backside, and you probably wouldn't even see that seam, and then these 2 parts here would flow in together. So I think that would look better. And if you're going to do one for a Wii, you probably I used I think 1.1 for the center, and it probably needs to, I would go in probably 1.5 inches and then give you a little bit of room to play with, but it sticks up about 3/8 proud there, and I would rather have that flush, but I ended up cutting the whole thing out, leaving 2 little tabs here, and then I cupped out the side here so that the eye could read the game. But other than that, I think it came out good, and it was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be to turn it. I was going to try and do it in 1 piece, but I think 2 pieces is much easier. But there we go. All right, thanks a lot, and don't forget to subscribe.